What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TMS Takes podcast for the first time in, I didn't do the math. I don't know. I know it's 2021. It's 2023 now. So, first time in 2 years, a year and a half, maybe. Just in case you forgot, I'm Tyler
I'm Mason.
And I'm Steel.
and he's Steele. Yeah, welcome back for the first time, like I said, in 2 years. I was gonna not say welcome back, but I guess welcome back is still, I'm welcoming you guys back. It's been like a while. So I was gonna say welcome. I don't know. Welcome back, I guess is the best way to say it. I was gonna welcome back seemed like it's been like a week, but it hasn't been a week. It's been
We're still in
100,
2021, dude.
106.
Yeah, come on now.
It's still
Yeah,
2021.
so I don't I don't know the last podcast we did. I don't know what topic. I don't even know what topic it was, to be honest with you. I'm a fake fan.
2021 NFL preseason.
Oh yeah, talking about the season's gonna go.
We didn't talk about the regular season in 2021, and then we just completely skipped 2022.
We didn't do 2022. 2021 was the fun Bengals year. So I think
took a bit of a hiatus.
Skipped a good year too.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
We're back for the Joe Burrow MVP season, though. That's all that matters. Wow. Joe Burrow Super Bowl MVP season. Wow. Sorry. We'll get to the NFL later. We're not talking about the NFL today. We'll get to the NFL later. But no, yeah, we were looking over topics and what we've done in the past and what we've done a lot of podcasts on. And I don't remember who it was. It was one of the other two, but they came to realization that we've done I think 9 total podcasts, and we have talked about the NBA like 2 times. Yeah, and I think it was Mason that was like the last time we did an NBA podcast was 2019.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which this year is gonna be 4 years since we've done a basketball podcast. So the comeback TMS Takes podcast. We're going to be talking about the NBA season, this past 2022-2023 NBA season. I'm sure everyone's seen the tweet that said this was the funniest season of all time, which I could not agree with more. It was on everyone's timeline. I swear every single slide, every single video was on everyone's post was a different thing that had happened. Whether it was the NBA, what Mason did,
on his head.
And they do. Out. That's one of my favorites. So we can probably talk about our favorite funniest moments. I guess we found the funniest from the season. We'll do recaps. What all the boys are gonna say, what they want to say about. We can talk about our teams. I'm a Clippers, and then I guess you guys are both Rockets. So that wouldn't really be that intriguing, but we can talk about that. We can just talk about whatever we want to.
Damn.
Well, I'm not just saying for the Rockets.
The Rockets are unintrigued.
No, I'm just saying because 3 people. I love the Rockets. KJ Martin, Jalen Green, Josh Christopher. Those are my boys. But I'm just saying we got like 2 of the same teams. We can talk about that. We can talk about coach firings. We can talk about whatever we want to talk about. Nice. So I say I'm gonna throw it up to you first, Mason. What's something you just want to bring up? Or is there anything else you want to say before we get going?
No, just welcome back, ladies and gents. TMS truthers,
ladies and fellas.
Yeah, TMS truthers.
That's fine. I actually kind of like that.
No, I think Tyler pretty much nailed everything. The comeback, and yeah, just thought we'd hop back into some NBA talk. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of things that you can talk about, but I feel like the thing we should talk about is the most hot topic right now. We can get other stuff later, but like Bradley Beal to the Phoenix Suns.
That's a good one.
We got some. I don't know. I know Tyler's opinion on it, kind of. I don't really know Steele's. Steele's like, "What's your opinion on it?" I'm like, "We'll save it for the pod." And I don't know. I guess we can open the floor with that. It happened as we're recording this. Happened yesterday.
I'd love to start with that
on Father's Day.
That's a great start.
Landry Shamet and
Happy
Chris
Father's
Paul.
Day, Chris Paul.
And some second round picks to the Wizards in exchange for Bradley Beal. For those that don't, are living under a rock. I guess I can just start off what I think for both sides.
Please do, yeah.
The Suns, I think it's a good trade. I mean, they didn't lose much. I still think like they have like some holes on their roster, including depth and like DeAndre Ayton's drive and motor, but I think maybe a team out there will take a chance on Ayton and they can trade him and get some depth, which I think is the best route for them. Like trade Ayton into like 2 quality role players instead of keeping him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Adds another 20-point per game score to the roster, which is something they didn't need, but like I guess you can't have too many of those. It's gonna be interesting to see if we see point guard Devin Booker this year. That'll be cool to see. He played a little bit of point guard before Chris Paul's arrival in Phoenix, so
good amount.
That'd be a cool thing to see him go back to his roots.
Yep.
For the Wizards, they fumbled the Bradley Beal bag. Like last year, they should have traded him before the trade deadline. They messed up by signing him and then giving him a no trade clause. I mean, honestly, signing him to the lucrative deal, which was like 5 years, 250, was like kind of insane to begin with. But then they threw him a no trade clause, so
pretty crazy.
They pretty much fumbled the bag. They got pennies on the dollar, one might say.
Nice.
For an all NBA, all-star caliber player. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the direction for the Wizards is. Do they keep Kristaps? Do they bring back Kuzma? I really have no idea. I think they're gonna kind of just blow it up and tank this next year because they've been always stuck in purgatory where it's like they're not good enough to be a top seed and then they're not horrible enough to be a bottom seed. So
been a very mid team for a long time now. Yeah, they haven't really. Yep. I mean, back ever since John Wall is. I mean, but he had like 2 crazy injuries back to back years. Ever since then, they were even when he was there for like the last few years, they weren't doing anything. I think if I'm not wrong, I think they might have snuck into the playoffs. Obviously, that was way before the play-in. So I want to say they snuck into the playoffs a little bit towards the end of his time. But Bill's never made it past the second round, which is kind of crazy. I didn't know that. It made sense to me. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but 11 years and 0 conference finals appearances.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. My opinion on it is, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they could have got a lot more for Bradley Beal. I know his contract's massive and he's getting older. But I don't know. I feel like they got like a used bag of chips and a dirty paper clip, and they didn't even get any first for that trade at all, which was mind blowing to me. Nope. And they did swap picks with Phoenix. Phoenix has a good team. They're going to be in the playoffs. They basically just like destroyed their second round future. And I don't think they have, very many assets. Plus, like Tyler mentioned before, I don't think we're going to see Chris Paul suit up in a Wizards jersey by the start of the season. I don't think he's going to be there to start the season. So they basically just traded for Landry Shamet and pick swaps, which is even worse, come to think about it. So that's really my opinion on it. I think it was horrible for the Wizards. It's decent for the Suns. They have to take on that big contract with Bradley Beal, which is pretty tough to fill their bench needs, because I know they're really top heavy in this lineup with KD, Book, Beal, Ayton, and they're not going to have very much money to fill the gaps. So I don't know. We're going to see how that works out for them. They're going to be good, obviously, but championship level, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's I know ESPN they graded the trade, and I know for the Wizards they did like it was some
grades.
Well, first of all, it was I saw ESPN dude. I think I saw I don't want to say Bleacher Report if that's wrong, but I think it was Bleacher Report. I know I saw ESPN do it, and it was like a B+ to the Wizards and like a D for the Suns. That's insane to me. Here's the thing. Him going Bradley Beal, I'm not a Suns. I used to be a Suns guy. I'm not a Suns guy right now. When the Suns are good, I don't like them when they're good. Suns fans irritate me. So That's sucks. Fair. It sucks in the way that I don't like seeing the Suns get better, but it's also kind of just stupid to me. I think Mason made a very, very good point that I've been talking about a lot with people about Point Book, because I don't like Devin Booker. He's one of my least favorite players in basketball. I don't hate the guy. Obviously, I don't hate.
But he's a hater.
I don't hate anybody or anything. I don't hate anybody. But Devin Booker is not. I'm not a huge fan. Is he amazing? He's such a good basketball player. He's insane at basketball. I just personally am not a fan. But I think he thrives at point guard. Obviously he's not going to put as many scoring, crazy high scoring episodes as he usually does, I guess. But point book is kind of what I would want if I'm. First of all, going back to the Suns, we'll talk about this later. I'm sure we'll talk about coaches. Firing Monty Williams is the dumbest thing that they could have possibly ever done this offseason. That was insane to me. I know Matt Ishbia just got there and he wants to make all these moves, and management's new, I guess, kind of a new management sort of is coming in, but are going to start coming in. But that's crazy to me. The Pistons got a giant W with that. We'll come back to coaches later, but yeah, point book is going to be good to see. I think probably what they're going to run is, I mean, unless we'll see how the draft and free agency goes, but I'm assuming it's going to be, if they get Torrey Craig back, it's going to be Book, Beal. I'd probably do KD. I'd probably do KD then Torrey Craig. I guess they're kind of, basketball is kind of positionless now, so it doesn't really matter. But KD at the 3, and then I'll do Craig at my 4, and obviously Aiden at the 5. I'm also not an Aiden fan. I'm not a fan of his, and I don't think anybody should be. I'm not a fan of his, and I'm, unlike Booker, I don't think Aiden's very good. I think he's pretty overrated. If I were the Suns, I would have tried my best to include him in that KD trade, because like you guys said earlier, they have all these stars, they have all this talent now. That's awesome. I'm a Bradley Beal supporter. I've always fought for him. I think Beal's one of the
truther.
I'm a Bradley Beal truther. I think he's one of I think he still is one of the better players in the NBA. I really do. But this is another, I don't know how it keeps happening, but super teams always follow KD. And I think this might be, of the trio, I guess this isn't that crazy of a hot take, but of the 3 trios he's had so far in his career, obviously in the Warriors, you had him, Steph, Clay, and then Nets, you had him, Kyrie, Harden. This is the worst. I don't know if you guys agree. I think it's pretty obvious. This is absolutely the worst. I think it's gonna work well, like you guys said. They're obviously gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna be a top 4 seed for sure. It's such a talented, basketball is such a weird sport, because you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have, I think this is the case with every team. I think if you don't have, this isn't a crazy hot take, but if you don't have at least an okay, decent bench, you're not going to win a championship. That's not a crazy take. I don't think it is, but
the only outlier is the Warriors team with KD. That's a
very good point.
That's like the only outlier.
Absolutely, but
everyone else, though, you're right. Like, had a really, not like a good bench, but at least a solid bench.
Dude, the Warriors, that 2018 team that swept the Cavs. I don't remember the 2017. I think it was a little bit better, but that 2018 team that swept the Cavs, their 6th man wasn't it like Nick Young, or he might have been 7th man. I know Jordan Bell was getting quality minutes in the finals, which we'll get to this year's finals later. I couldn't believe some of the players I was seeing on the screen. It was crazy, dude. When I saw Cody Zeller getting quality finals minutes, and I knew this shit was going to be ass. But going back to the Beal trade, I think my unbiased opinion, I think the Suns are going to be a very good team. I'm not going to pick them to win the championship. I don't know what my predictions are going to be. Obviously, we have a long way to go. If they build a good bench, absolutely yes. But I don't see that happening unless you can offload Aiden and get, Mason, you were talking about this. I want to say, unless you can offload Aiden and get you can get good role players. That's all they need. They don't need nobody needs DeAndre Ayton. He's not a quality center. Even all my friends that are Suns fans will say the same exact thing. I know so many Suns fans. Every Suns fan will say the same exact thing. They'll defend Booker with their life, obviously, as they should. But Ayton, that they want to kill him, dude. And I know I would too. I want to kill him, and I don't like seeing the Suns succeed.
Bro does not do many things well.
Doesn't do anything well. He's not a center. Maybe, hear me out, throw him at power forward. I don't know who you would. Bismack. I mean, if low key, bro. Hold on. Build a Booker, Beal. Booker. Listen, Booker, Beal. Listen to me. Booker, Beal. Listen to me first. Booker, Beal. Listen to me. Booker. I'm not saying this is good, but this is better, I think, than what they would put together before. Give me Booker a point. My 2 guys are gonna be Bradley Beal. Obviously, I'll do KD at the 3. Doc, give me DeAndre Ayton at my power forward, and then I'm Bismack Biyombo's getting the tip off.
That is disgusting.
Bismack Biyombo is gonna be getting the tip offs for me.
That's disgusting. I'm like, that's not disgusting. No, that's
better than starting Torrey Craig and DeAndre, and I think that's better. Because Aiden's more of a power forward. He's not an NBA center. I think if he played power forward, I think he wouldn't get all this hate because he's not. I don't think he's he's not just he's I don't know. I don't want to say he's not as aggressive because that's kind of a cop out answer, but he's not.
You're right though.
He's not as aggressive.
Yeah, he's not at all.
No, not even a little bit.
Not only that, but it's like he's huge. Like he's like the biggest guy on the court, and man has
ginormous. I know.
Not only that, but he doesn't use his strength to his advantage, and he has.
Not even.
I don't know if like you guys watch, but dude, he has no post game like whatsoever.
I know he doesn't. That's why he tries to. That's why he tries to score outside of the paint. And I don't. Yeah. I don't want I know the NBA's changing. I know it's kind of positionless. I don't want my center trying to create shots.
Side of the paint. You can't even
unless
shoot.
You're Brooke Lopez.
If you can't even shoot threes though. He's like he shoots like 15 footers. Like that's the only thing he does.
He's gonna dribble into a pull up mid range. I don't want my center doing that. Unless you're Brooke Lopez or an offense. I mean Anthony Davis when they have him at center. I don't want your giant ass is doing that, bro. You're humongous. Use your size in the paint. It's just because he's not aggressive. Pause. I'm sorry. I didn't mean like that. I just don't want him in there. But it was a good trade for the Suns. Obviously, when you have 3 of the best scorers in the NBA. Obviously Beal's probably top 15. Booker and KD, I'd say, are top 10. I think KD's top 1. I think KD's best scorer ever. But Booker's obviously, I'm not a Booker fan, but he's an amazing basketball player. He's an insane scorer. When he gets hot, he's hot. He's not going to miss. He dropped 70 points at like 19 years old. So he's obviously unreal. Beal, again, I've been a fan of him for a long time. I don't see him slowing down. Injuries are a thing, but I don't see this team winning a championship unless Mason said, or still, I think you touched on it, still, unless they build a bench. Go to the Wizards really quick. I hate the trade for them. Obviously, like you said, Chris Paul is good. What they were doing is they're rebuilding. Like they're not done. We're going to see a million more trades from this team. Kuzma's probably going to be in a sign and trade. I can see the Jazz getting in on that. That'd be kind of good for them, I think. Also not a Kuzma fan, but I understand what he does. He has a role and he plays it pretty well in some situations. So I think Jazz, that'd be a good place for him to go. Let's see.
Whoa! What's up with the Kuzma hate, man?
No, I'm not a
What's wrong with Kuzma?
Guy. You know, I'm
Kuzma's like that.
I just can't get on the Kuzma train. You know that. I know you guys. I know like at least Steele. I know is a Kuzma guy. I can't get on
this. Watch this.
Let's see.
The Wizards and Suns trade again.
Kuzma's a Sun. He belongs with the Suns.
And Kristaps are Phoenix Suns, and Ayton is a Wizard.
Ayton's a Wizard.
That would be great, honestly.
That's not bad at all, actually.
Although if I'm a Wizards fan, I'd be like, what the hell?
Oh, if I'm a Wizards fan, I don't want that. But at this point, they're gonna.
I don't want the Suns' crappy leftovers.
Yeah, no, that's honestly what they're getting.
They get to keep all the good players, and we just get whatever.
And everyone's getting. Well, Beal actually wanted 8. I don't know if that was real. I don't know if Woj or Shams said that. I don't know who said that, but apparently Beal wanted Ayton, which to me is like, are you serious? Did you just not want Chris Paul? So you're like, oh, I want DeAndre Ayton because it's one or the other. Did you actually want DeAndre Ayton, or did you just not want Chris Paul? I think you just didn't want Chris Paul. I love Chris Paul.
Speaking of Chris Paul, where do we think he's going to land if the Wizards waive him?
Well,
where do we want to see him go? I guess is a better way to.
Yeah.
I got a team in mind.
I got a few. I got a couple. I saw the Warriors were going to be in on him. That's crazy to me. I don't understand that at all.
Crazy six man.
That would be an insane.
I guess it'd be a 7th man because of Poole, but a team that would fit perfectly and that he should go to is the New Orleans Pelicans.
Wow. That's not what I thought you were going to say at all.
That would be
that'd be sick.
That'd be kind of crazy.
They have CJ McCollum running the point guard spot right now, but I think if I know there's like rumors of them trading Zion and Brandon Ingram, I don't buy that at all. That's not going to happen. That's my TMS lock. That is not going to happen.
TMS lock Zion.
I don't care. I know Zion's like a baby daddy for like a million girls now, and Brandon Ingram is
big
a bucket.
Shouts to my boy Zion.
But
shots to my boy Zion.
I don't know if they because like Chris Paul probably I hope he'd sign like a super cheap contract wherever he goes. I mean, if you have if you have him facilitating, like that would be such a good team because Ingram is a good playmaker, but like if you give that priority to like Paul now, like I don't know, it just opens the game up for everyone. I feel that'd be a good fit. I feel like, and he goes back to where he started. So I don't know.
That'd be pretty cool, honestly. For me, if he does get waived, which I do think he is going to get waived, I could really see him teaming up with Bron in LA with AD and them.
Yeah, I can
you know, as hard as it probably is for you to hear, Tyler, I think that could definitely happen. That or he could go back to the Clippers.
I don't know.
Man, Tyler does not want him back.
It's not that I
You
don't
want
want him
Russell?
back. I want Russell so bad. I want Russell so bad. I never thought I'd see the
Oh,
day. I never thought I would see the
That
day
was
where
on.
I want Russell Westbrook more than I want Chris. Chris Paul's one of my favorite players ever. Westbrook's getting there though. I've always been a Westbrook not fan, I guess, but I've always been like, yeah, he's when he was going through those bad times with the Lakers, I'm like, it's just the situation. He's not a bad player. And I think we saw that in the postseason. I think Westbrook, if we can't get Westbrook back, I want Chris Paul. Because I don't at all like Paul George or Kawhi bringing the ball up, especially Paul George. I do not want PG bringing the ball up at all. We need a point guard. That's been our biggest issue for forever. Clippers, I wouldn't. I would like that if we're not paying him 40 million, and I don't even think we could. And if we lose Westbrook, but I think Lakers still. I agree with you on that. I think if I had to put money on it, I think that's where he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go to the Lakers. It's kind of funny. Melo towards the end of his career was a Laker. D Wade was a Cav back with LeBron towards the end of his career. So I could see Chris Paul going down the same route. Banana boat. I wanted them to play together so bad. You know how cool that would have been. But one, I don't know if this is like a crazy take. I saw a couple like not news people, but I saw like a couple social media people talking about this. Dude, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I kind of want him to go to the Celtics. Tell me that wouldn't be kind of crazy. Would that not be kind of because that's I guess they don't really need at this point. JB and Jason Tatum are kind of vets, but that's that floor general that they really don't have. I mean, your starting point guards, with all due respect, I think Marcus Smart's a good basketball player, but I don't want him. I've always liked him more coming off the bench.
Fluke ass defensive player of the year.
What?
Said fluke ass defensive player of the year season.
They said Luka defensive player of the year. I was like, what are you talking about?
Fluke ass year, dude.
Yeah. That was kind of crazy. I was kind of No, but I think if they can get him on a cheap deal, I would like that because Chris Paul. The thing with the Clippers and the Lakers is that he's going to be on two really good teams that are going to compete. Obviously, all three of these teams are going to compete: Lakers, Celtics, Clippers. But with the Clippers and Lakers, you have your other two stars and the guys you need to rely on are so injury prone. And you can't really bet on them playing 60 plus games. I think at this point, Kawhi, no. AD, I doubt he plays 50 plus games, maybe 50, 55, but I think he's going to just miss some time every year. LeBron, I guess, you're good there. But with the Clippers, you got two injury prone guys, and then you're adding a third one who's supposed to be the third scorer, I guess, third main scorer. I guess maybe four behind Norm Powell, some of those other guys, but with the Celtics, you can just put them on such a talented, deep team, and your two main stars are so young, and I don't want to just say they're not injury prone, but they just haven't had any crazy career injuries. I mean, Jaylen Brown broke his face and he was back 2 days later. So I think he's got the insurance he needs. If you bring in a guy like Chris Paul, who is very talented, but at this point, but still is very injury prone, he's not going to give you again like 80, 50 plus games. So I think he shouldn't go to the Lakers. I think he's going to, but I think he should go to the Celtics. If I'm him, I'm going to the Celtics. I think that'd be a really good team. And I think that team, I think if Chris Paul can stay healthy through the playoffs, which is a big if, I think that team wins the East. I like him more than a lot of the other guys. So
I like that take, honestly. Yeah. I just don't think, as a Chris Paul fan, I want to see him in the Celtics jersey.
No, I'd love to see him in the Celtics jersey. I would love to see him in the Celtics jersey. That'd be fire. I think it's one of those three teams. I'd be shocked. The Warriors, I think that's all. I think that's just smoke. I don't see that happening. I don't remember any of the other teams that were listed. I know someone brought up
Miami.
The Rockets. Oh, Miami's a good one. That's a smart one.
Oh my God,
I don't do that. I don't do that if I'm the Heat. I'm keeping Kyle Lowry at that point.
I'm staying far away.
Yeah,
it's like a headache waiting to happen.
Touching that with a 30-foot rope, dude. I'm not even getting close to that. I think I saw someone. This had to be a joke, but someone said Harden and Chris Paul back to the Rockets. What the fuck? No.
Dude, I'd love that.
I'm sure you would.
I'd take Harden, but you can keep Chris Paul.
Oh yeah.
I'll take Harden any day,
dude,
but
I'll take both.
Fuck no.
What are you gonna do with Jalen Green, bro? You know.
Oh, low key. No, I like point guard Harden. I was gonna say maybe Chris Paul to the Sixers, but I like point guard Harden. I'm a fan of that.
I hope.
Is he still play point guard?
I really hope to God Harden does not return to the Sixers.
No, really?
No.
I think he's going to. Do you think he's going to, or you just don't want him to?
I think he will, but I don't want him to. That team isn't gonna win shit, so it's like a waste of his time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Joel Embiid is like he's a really good, but dude, I don't know. He just fumbles in the playoffs. Like that's not a conversation that we can start there. We can talk about the playoffs.
We'll be talking about Joel Embiid.
The hot, maybe a hot take, dude, but Joel Embiid, I'm not saying he's like a fraud or anything, but dude, we need to start talking about how he fumbles in the playoffs. Like I feel like he gets so many passes. Like I feel like Harden gets shitted on so many times, and then like I'm trying to think of other superstars. Like Curry will have one bad game. It's like the end of the world. Like Jokic last year, he was like a huge target when he didn't even have his two best or second best and third best player.
Yeah,
well, I guess fourth best. I think Aaron Gordon's the third best now, but dude, I don't know. It's just like maybe I guess this year the pressure was more like put on him after they lost in 7 after being up 3-2. Like
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Like Harden had some stinker games in that series, but also like he was the reason they won those 3 games that they had. Like Embiid didn't have a single game this playoffs where you're like, okay, that's the MVP, which is like crazy to me. Like he didn't have a single one of those.
Yeah, Jokic had several, which was really funny. I thought,
dude, he had the whole playoffs, bro.
I know, yeah,
he was phenomenal.
Yeah,
Wasn't there a stat where it was like Embiid is the only MVP in the MVP era to like not make the conference finals?
Yeah,
and win MVP.
Really?
Yeah,
Are you
he's
serious?
the only one. Only one.
What? Since when?
Since ever. Like he's the only guy.
Are you serious? I did not know that. That's actually really crazy.
When you think about it, it's like, dude, these MVPs are winning chips and stuff, or making it to the conference finals at least.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My boy is not. I don't know if it's like a Sixers thing or like they need to they just need to like both sides just need to move on or something. I don't know, dude. I just don't see with they have no like assets. Like they have Tobias Harris on a lucrative contract for I think maybe this is like last year of the deal, but I mean
I think he's got a few years left.
They have Tyrese Maxey, who's like a young talent at least.
I like him a lot.
The Nick Nurse thing, like we can talk about that too. Like I like Nick Nurse as a coach, but like I don't know how his philosophy is gonna work in Philadelphia because like he is used to like playing his guys like 45 minutes, like his starters like 40 minutes. Like that's just how it is. And like are we being honest? Like, is Joel Embiid gonna play 40 minutes every single night? No, that's just it's not gonna happen unless you want him to miss the entire playoffs.
Yeah,
like it just won't happen. So I don't know. I think the Sixers are a mess. If I'm Harden, I am like you said with Chris Paul and the Heat. I am staying so far away from that situation. Like, just go somewhere else. Like, ring chase somewhere else, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really agree. I've been an avid Jokic hater for the last few years.
You and me both, my brother. You and me both.
So I'd like to have a Shaq moment. That's why I'm wearing this Shaq jersey right now.
I really hope that's actually the reason. That's pretty funny.
Apologize to the boy Jokic. I was not familiar with your game. I still am confused by your game because
that is wild.
Because you move at like 30 speed if we're talking 2K ratings here, but you still cook for 50. So I have to apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game.
Yeah.
I agree completely with Mason. I think we do have to hold Embiid to some sort of accountability there because I full-heartedly think that there's 2 of those games where Harden he had like a 40 piece game and then he had that game winner and I don't know if it was game 2 or 3. Not too sure on that one, but Harden balled his ass off and then when Embiid comes back and he's trying to do his thing, it's just like not working out. I don't know. I think he's easier to read than Jokic. I'm gonna compare him to Jokic because I think he should have won MVP this year, even though it doesn't fit the quote NBA agenda, giving him 3 MVPs, but he deserved them. So that's where I stand on the whole thing.
Yeah. Similar to Steele, I don't know if I don't think I've ever talked about it on the show, but I am not a Jokic fan. I think he's talented. I also didn't get the hype though. Definitely, and I wouldn't have given him back-to-back MVPs. I think the first one should have gone to Steph. I'm not going to just bash on Jokic. I'm just giving my reason. I think the first one should have gone to Steph. I think we saw a historic performance from Steph. I guess 2 years ago now. I think the main thing was that, yeah, they were technically a playoff team. They were eighth seed plus and playing. I would have given that one to Steph. Last year, I would have given it to Embiid. I'm an Embiid guy. I like Embiid. He'd probably be maybe my favorite center. He's up there for sure. I don't at all for even a split second think Embiid should have won MVP this year. This was not. I think, again, I like MVP. I like Embiid. I'm not a Jokic fan. I think this was kind of a pity MVP for Embiid. I think everyone was just talking about
it's like a damn, bro. Just take it.
Yeah, just take it. That's exactly what it was.
But he cried his way to an MVP.
He did. I keep forgetting he won MVP this year. Like I've forgotten several times because, like Mason said, I guess it is a regular season award, and I will always bring that up in conversation. But I can't. I don't think it should be a regular season award. I can't fathom the league MVP playing like that in an elimination game. That game 7 against the Celtics, especially when you're up 3-2, game 6, you can get it done in your home court. You don't. I understand it's not the blame isn't fully on him. I think Harden played pretty well, so I guess game 6, not really, but I think Harden played pretty well that series, good enough to win that series. And if you're Embiid, if you're the MVP of the league, you got to figure out a way to get it done. And the fact that you couldn't take that team, it's just a talented team. I actually picked the Sixers to beat the Celtics in that series. I thought the Sixers were going to win the East. I'm going to be honest with you. After the Bucks lost, I was like, all right, this is the Sixers year. So I will say, I think this MVP, I don't think it should have gone to Jokic. I don't think it should have. I would have given this year's MVP to Giannis. I know they lost in the first round, but I thought Giannis.
You're an actual hater.
No, I'm not. I just don't think you can give someone an MVP 3 years in a row. That is kind of crazy.
You're not giving him one.
I don't think I would have given him one. I guess if I had it my way, only reason I would have given it to Giannis over Jokic this year is because Jokic won the last 2. I guess if I had to choose the MVPs, 2 years ago I'm going Steph. Last year I'll go. I still think Embiid should have won last year. I thought that was kind of crazy to me that he didn't. I'll go Steph 2 years ago, and then Embiid, and then I'll go Jokic this year. Only reason I wouldn't give it to Jokic this year is because I think 3 years in a row is kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah, LeBron didn't do it.
I will say I was also wrong about Jokic. I didn't see it with Jokic. I thought he was a good player, but I'm like, you can't win a championship with this guy as your best player. I was obviously wrong.
Very wrong. Back to dominated.
Very wrong.
Man, dude, dominated.
I was insanely wrong. I thought the Nuggets were going to get bounced in the second round, not to the Suns. I thought we would have beat the Suns. I didn't think the Nuggets would win the finals at all. It caught me so far off guard. Once they started playing, once they were matched up with the Heat, though, I was like, all right, yeah, this is over. I was like, this is wrap. I said 6. I was like, this is wraps, and this is
them sweeping the Lakers and didn't sell it for you.
No, I think if they played the Celtics, I think the Celtics. In my mind, I probably would have picked the Celtics to win.
Was a Nuggets hater.
Dude, you're a hater. You're an actual hater.
My perspective has changed now. I understand, but I just didn't think
IRL, bro.
I truthfully didn't think at the time that you could win a championship with Jokic. And I was unbelievably wrong. I will say I was like, there's no way. I don't see this team winning a championship with Jokic as your best player. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought it was a fluke. I thought it was a fluke 1 seed. I was wrong, obviously, very wrong. They have a great team. I should have known, but I was like, deep team Jokic. I don't know, but I will say I was insanely wrong. I'll touch on Harden too because I think this is really intriguing offseason. I think he goes back to the Sixers. I don't think he should, but I think he's going to. And going back to Embiid a little bit. Oh, I was going to say about Harden as well. This is something I've been saying since he was in Brooklyn. And I think it was when he was going to get traded from Brooklyn. Him and this team were connected, and I was like, this makes a lot of sense to me. I know him and this other guy have kind of like a touchy, not great history, I guess. But put Harden on the fucking Bucks, bro. Him and Giannis, are you kidding me right now? Tell me that wouldn't be in it. I think that might be the best duo in the league. I think that makes a ton of sense. Again, when he was leaving Brooklyn, I thought him in Brooklyn was kind of stupid to begin with, but I think that was kind of a dumb chapter in his career. I get him and Katie and Kyrie. I get that, but I thought that was kind of dumb for both sides. I thought him in Philadelphia made a lot of sense. I don't think it does now. I really truthfully think that him on the Bucks I think that's a perfect fit. I think you plug him in.
Where do you get? Yeah, I was gonna ask you, where do you go with that? Because they already have Drew Holiday and
I'm letting Middleton. I'm letting Middleton walk. I think Middleton can. I think I like Middleton, but I think he might be gone anyways. I think he tries to get a bag this year. I think someone like someone like the Pistons or I don't know some lower team like that giving him a lot of money, and I could see him saying yes. But if I'm the Bucks, I'm getting hard. I'm letting Middleton go, and I think I have a pretty solid team. I would go after Torrey Craig again in free agency. I'm pretty sure he's a free agent. I don't like Grayson Allen at all, but I do think he's a solid bench player. I think their bench is fine. I think their team is fine.
Grayson Allen.
I hate Grayson Allen so much since college, dude. Oh my gosh. But I truthfully think that's a champion. I think they're already a championship team. Obviously, you have Giannis, you're a championship team. But if I'm the Bucks, I think it was smart firing Budenholzer. I thought that was good. I think they're going in the right direction. I like them this year. I think if they lose Middleton, I think you got to get a guy like Harden. I don't think you can lose Middleton and try to run that team back with no Chris Middleton. I'm not a Chris Middleton. I don't think he's anything special, but he works with the Bucks. He fits them really well. Obviously, and you can pretty much build any team around Giannis, but I think Harden to the Bucks. I like that a lot. I've liked that for a while. You can kind of switch out who you want bringing the ball up over there. If you want to put Harden as shooting guard, I think it's fine. If you still want point Harden like the Sixers do, I think that's also fine. But I like that a lot. I really do. I think that's been something I've been looking at for a while, and I think that just makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
We will see.
It'll be an interesting offseason for sure.
Very much so.
I don't know, I guess we can touch on talked a little about the finals. I guess we can touch on that real quick. I don't know.
I was going to say that actually.
I don't have a ton to say on the finals. I mean, like, I don't know. It was like there was like some good moments, but like if we're just being honest, dude, like I know there's memes. It's like, oh, if you didn't enjoy the series, like you just didn't enjoy basketball, and like
shut up, please.
Like to be honest, like it was still like cool to see like Jokic dominate and stuff, but like let's be honest, like it just didn't have that like same feeling as like previous years did.
No.
Like
not even a little bit for a second, not even, dude.
Like I don't know, the Warriors Celtics series, like that was like a good series. It wasn't anything crazy in my opinion. I thought like the last great series is like the Suns and Bucks. I think that was a great series, just like the storyline and everything. Like both teams, like I don't know, they haven't won a championship in forever.
Yeah.
The Suns have never won a championship, but like the Bucks hadn't won one since like 50 years or something crazy. Then you had the bubble year, and then the year before that you had the Kawhi Leonard. So I don't know, it's just been like cool storylines, and like this one was like it was a cool storyline with like the Heat's like Cinderella story, but I feel like you'd be kind of oblivious to say like you didn't see the Heat getting like dominated. Like,
oh yeah,
Jimmy Butler was like slowly declining throughout the playoffs. I mean, you could attribute that to his ankle injury.
Yeah, sure.
Caleb Martin played really good in the Eastern Conference Finals. He crapped the bed in the finals. Same with Gabe Vincent, who was an unsung hero. Max, pretty much every Heat player that like was crazy in the playoffs, like absolutely shit the bed in the finals, and like that's just how it is.
Sucks.
Yeah, Duncan was still pretty decent.
Yeah, Duncan was good. Like it was like literally like okay, Duncan was pretty good, and like Jimmy and Bam were just like carrying, and that's like that's how it was.
Fucking sucks ass.
And even Jimmy was like, he was
going down.
I felt more like Bam. It felt like more like the Bam show for a little bit.
For sure.
It was, dude. That was really cool to see. Though I love Bam. I was happy to see him get. I guess he's had his shine, but to see him really be on the center stage in the finals, would be like the main, I guess, scorer on that team was really cool. I thought.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, like. I guess I'll stop shitting on the Heat, but like I don't know, like that team was cool. That team was cool, but like it's not gonna happen next year. Like they'll make playoffs, I think, but like I don't think they're gonna. Dame's staying in Portland.
Dame, yeah, I think he literally just said like yesterday he's gonna stay.
He did, but he's so stupid. Him on the Heat, bro. That team would win the East.
I could see that. We'll see. I don't know.
Because they would trade Hero and Duncan and some picks.
Yeah,
dude, I hope they wouldn't.
They ain't got no picks, brother.
They got. They should. I think they should trade Hero to begin with. I'll touch on that when I go, but I would do that.
Yeah, and we're going to the other side, like the Nuggets. Like we already talked about Jokic a lot. The Jamal Murray thing was really cool. Like him getting emotional after winning. Like I don't know. Like you just like you had a feel for the guy for the past year and a half. Like. I don't know, going through like any injury like that just sucks. Like speaking from experience, it's not fun.
Yeah, right.
It sucks. Like I can't even imagine. And I don't know, like Aaron Gordon, like I think I don't know, like he's like the third best player in my opinion. Like I think he solidified that in the finals. Like I like Michael Porter Jr., but like, dude, what people don't talk about enough, what Aaron Gordon did was like the players he defended, like in the playoffs. Like he went up against Cat the first round. He went up against Kevin Durant, and then he went up against LeBron, and then he went up against like Jimmy Butler. Like that's what those were his assignments. Like he was given those assignments. Like and he did a great job. Like obviously there's still games where those players did good, but like, dude, I mean, who's not gonna have good games when you're a superstar?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think he was the unsung hero of this entire run. When they made that trade like 2 years ago at the trade deadline when the Magic sold everything, I was like, all right, that's gonna be huge for them, and I think it was. I don't know, Michael Porter Jr., cool for him, I guess. I don't really have a lot to say on him. Like he's cool, I guess. He's overpaid as hell, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the Nuggets can run it back next year. I think they'll still be the first in the West. But we'll see if the Suns can take them down, or even like the Warriors or something.
Clippers.
Or the Clippers, like the hospital team. We'll see.
Yeah. I like to touch up on what you said about Aaron Gordon, because not only defensively was he, on the toughest assignments like you put, but offensively too. I'm pretty sure he had 2 or 3 games where he had at least 20 plus, which was for him. I was pretty shocked to see. I'm not familiar with his game very much. I just know him as like the dunk guy.
Oh my god!
I don't know. The
dunk guy is hilarious. By the way, that's insane that you just said that.
Should have been 2-time.
Bro's acting like a casual right now. Come on.
That's why he was number 50.
Sometimes I am a casual. I can admit. Yeah, sometimes I'm a little casual.
What is going on?
But the dunk guy is so fucking funny.
What I don't necessarily like agree with you guys is I did find this finals really enjoyable personally, because I feel like it's the storyline there is like the start of a Nuggets dynasty, because the team's all coming back for the most part, unless someone's like Christian Braun's egotistical ass asked for like 100 mil or something. Or when
Bruce Brown gets $150 million from the Clippers.
What the hell?
Do you want to win? Like, I'm confused here.
Bruce Brown's good, but Jesus, dude.
But that 150 mil good. But I don't know. Just the whole final was just put into perspective that Jokic is indeed that guy. He's phenomenal, man. I went from a hater to I really like the guy now. I've had a change of heart on
bandwagon.
hey, a little bit, all right, a little bit. Disappointing was the fall off of Jimmy, because if he would have completed that storyline that they had going, that would have been like the top 3 like greatest playoff runs I think ever.
You're a Jimmy guy too.
Yeah, but it was disappointing to see his fall off. But I get it. Injuries. I think he had some things going on with his father too. So like, it's kind of hard to focus on basketball.
Is that Michael Jordan? By his father, do you mean Michael Jordan?
Bro's blaming his play on daddy issues.
Yo. I'm saying that.
Do you mean Michael Jordan?
But
Jimmy Jordan.
Do you mean Michael Jordan?
I do think they look. That's a conspiracy that I think is true. Low key. That's
a conspiracy that I know is true.
What is going on?
What's going on is we're exposing Michael Jordan for being the father of Jimmy Butler. I would do an entire episode on that. That's absolutely true.
What's your guys' favorite funniest moment from the season?
Oh yeah. Dude.
I have one, dude. I feel like this is might be your guys' too. Dude, when Patrick Beverly pulled out the camera and showed the rep, that was really so funny.
You know what was kind of annoying about that is I love Mike Breen, but dude was so pissed when that was happening.
I know.
Patrick Beverly, I think everyone thought it was just funny. Like
it was so funny.
LeBron's reaction was absolutely fucking hilarious. Patrick Beverly bringing the camera out was so funny, but Mike Breen goes, he's like, oh, this is ridiculous. This is not what we want. This is not what we want to see. He rightfully was teed up for that. I'm like, dude,
bro's an old head.
He's like Mike Breen is so him in like every other aspect, but
every other day.
That I was just like, what is this guy on?
Yeah. Or like
real quick with the finals, I wanted to say too. I think I knew it wasn't going to be good from the second I saw it. No disrespect to the Heat, but the second I saw Heat Nuggets, I'm like, this shit's over. Mason, I thought you made a good point where you're like, oh yeah, all the other finals had good storylines. This one did too, but it just felt different. I think Warriors Celtics was very good. My favorite finals last few years was definitely Raptors Warriors. That was such a good one. But yeah, I was really disappointed. I think another thing that no one really talks about that much, Mason, you and I actually talked about this a little bit when we were watching the games, but the way they broadcast it now is just dumb as fuck. It's like the scoreboard looks so stupid now. ESPN, they should have never changed the scoreboard. It was so sick. But it says the finals in like small ass font in the bottom right. And then it has it had like Nuggets lead I guess Nuggets lead 3-1 or whatever. And then the finals graphics on the court, the finals logo, on the court wasn't real. It was computer
Conspiracy
generated.
theory.
You could like see them stepping on the actual thing. And I'm like, that's dumb as fuck. I don't know. It doesn't feel the same anymore. The finals don't. I don't know. I don't think it was really just the teams that made me not like this year's finals or that made me. I don't like throwing the word mid around. I think it gets used too much nowadays, but it wasn't good. I don't know. Game 5 was really good though. The last game was very good.
Like the old like courts that they had like back in like
so cool.
the Heatles era with like LeBron and Miami. He was like, I don't know, that was like pretty cool and stuff. And then like they're just like,
I don't even
need
like
YouTube TV is just plastered everywhere.
YouTube TV, NBA Finals, and
yeah, like what the hell, dude? Like you look at the NFL, like
sell out.
It's like a cinematic freaking masterpiece.
Oh,
dude,
that's why the
Super
Bowl is still the best thing of all.
What they do that, and like I know it's different because it's like a best of 7 is different than like winner takes it all, but still, I mean, I don't know, like you could present it a little differently, like. I don't know. And I don't even need like the Larry. I know everyone likes this. I like it too, but I don't even need I don't need the giant ass Larry O'Brien over like center court logo. I don't need that. All I want is I want like a it needs to be real. That's the first thing.
Dude, it needs to be real. It needs to be real.
Seeing Jokic's leg go through the NBA Finals logo is a little sus,
right? Yeah, no thanks. And they don't even have it like I mean, like this isn't that big. I mean, it's kind of. I don't think it's stupid for them. This is a big deal. They need like a golden scoreboard like they would do all the times before. Yeah. They need like the team's logo in gold. I know they would do it for like certain shots and different camera angles.
It's like on their jerseys, and that's it.
They have the patch on their jerseys, which I do like. I think a lot of people say they want like a front patch. I think it's fun the way it is, the patch on the back. I saw a picture of Shaq the other day in the finals. He had the Larry O'Brien trophy. There was a stitch onto his jersey. I thought that was pretty sick. I don't know what year that was, but the presentation is just dumb now. And that's not on the teams at all. Again, once the Heat won game 7, I'm like, this is not going to be a great finals. I don't really want to see Max Strus getting 32 minutes in NBA finals game. I don't want Tyler Zeller or Cody Zeller. I don't know.
Tyler Zeller.
I don't know which one it is. There's 2 of them. It's one of the 2. I don't even know.
Well, Tyler Zeller is out of the NBA and Cody Zeller's damn near out of the NBA, so you're not far off.
So okay, yeah, it's basically the same. They're the same person. I think they're twins anyways.
Although if Tyler Zeller wants to come on the podcast, he's more than welcome to.
Dude, same with Cody. Oh my god, I'll take either one. Big shouts to the Zells. Big shouts to we could get Tyler double Tyler. I'm down with that.
I don't know, Cody.
Cody can stay at home, dog.
Yeah. He couldn't guard Jokic.
I don't know why I'm playing with Cody. I'm sorry, Cody Zeller.
He couldn't. I'll tell you why he couldn't guard Jokic. Not that I could, but he couldn't guard Jokic.
Can't guard anyone.
I know he can't. Let alone the
two-time MVP. The funniest part of that was when he got like trucked. In game 1, I think it was.
Dude, that's literally the second. Yeah, I mean, that was all over social media everywhere, and I'm like, yeah, everyone knows this is fucking raps. I will say I don't like the Nuggets. Solely based off the fact that's probably why some of my Jokic hate comes from, because I actually used to like the guy. When we blew a 3-1 lead and they just started fucking clowning us in the bubble, I was so pissed. Oh my gosh, I was already pissed that we blew the 3-1 lead. But they started clowning us. I was like, all right, dog. It was so well deserved. Oh my god. But someone I've always liked is Jamal Murray, so I was really happy for him actually. Obviously he's had a crazy
got
tumultuous
that good treatment after the game. That's
yes, he did.
I had to bet money. I would say that. Yeah. That's why he was crying. That's the real reason he was crying. He knew he was going home to.
What was going on?
But no, he's had such a tumultuous last 2 years. Obviously, it's been. And it sucks again as a fan.
Bringing out the damn. That's too big for my brain, dude.
Bro, do not fuck with my vernacular, please. But no, I was really happy to see him win the final. Same with Bruce Brown. I think Bruce Brown's a really good player too. Bruce Brown is that guy for real.
Bruce Brown will be a Houston Rocket.
Dude, you know who's gonna be a Houston Rocket in 2 years? Jaylen Brown. Uh,
I don't know.
but no,
I
don't know how I feel about that.
I didn't like the finals. Basically, was what I wanted to say. Wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
Again, I watched every game beginning to end, because it's the NBA finals. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna watch this. Obviously, I watched it. It was great. It's championship basketball, but it's not what I would have wanted to see. I wanted, oh my god, I think you guys, I've said this a million times. I wanted Lakers Celtics insanely bad. Dude, I was down bad for Lakers Celtics. You know how good that would have been? Oh my god. Either Braun wins, what would have been his fifth. Either Braun wins number 5, I think. Passes Steph, or JB gets a ring. JT gets a ring. Dude, Lakers Celtics would have been so good.
Yeah, except the best big man of our generation got it. So
Yeah.
Facts.
Dude, what are you
I can
talking
agree
about?
with that.
Mason Plumlee did not get a ring. What are you?
Dude, Mason. Screw Mason Plumlee, man.
Mason Plumlee did.
bro,
Plumdog
No,
Millionaire did not get a
I'm
ring.
not even gonna cap, bro. Plumlee's nice.
I know.
Dude,
He's nice.
Isn't there a clip of him like shoving Steven Adams?
Dude, no. I don't think
Dude,
the clip exists of
that's
anybody.
a clip.
I don't think a clip exists of anybody shoving Steven Adams. Except for like a fucking
I'll
bear, maybe.
I'll believe it just because it's the most random thing that's been said today. So
that is kind of crazy that you just, yeah. I don't think that would be something you would just like imagine happening. So maybe
yeah, I
you're right.
know. So I'll believe you.
Thank you.
What else? What else is there to talk about? Wembanyama's a Spur, I guess. That's cool. I don't know. Alperen Sengun's gonna fuck on him.
Facts.
Play each other.
Wembanyama overrated.
Beg pardon?
Oh shit.
He's overrated.
Beg pardon?
I feel like Scoot or Brandon Miller could have a better career than Wembanyama.
Dude, I am so scared Brandon Miller's gonna be a Rocket. Oh my god, I want Amen Thompson so
dude,
bad.
I was about to say Amen Thompson is probably my favorite player of this draft.
Brandon Miller is so scary to me, dude. I don't know. Bro's like the next.
He's so scary. He's so scary to a lot of people, I think.
Well, dude, he's the next Ja Morant. Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Speaking of Ja Morant, man got a 25 game suspension.
I don't think that was enough.
Oh shit!
Being for real, I don't think it was.
No,
you flashed a gun twice in 1 year, and you only give him 25 game suspension.
Here's the thing.
I feel like if Stern was here, he would have been suspended for a year. David Stern.
I think it's Sterling.
Dude.
I was like, what are you talking about?
I don't know where I stand on the situation.
I know where I stand. Here's what I think. Okay. I think it wasn't enough. I completely agree with Steele. I think I would have gone, I'm going to be honest, 35, 40. But here's why. Not because of what he did was terrible. I think what he did, it's not like he can do whatever he wants to do. I understand that. But I think he's got to understand the position he's in. He's a role model to, I'm going to say hundreds of thousands, millions of kids around the world.
Young gritty years.
Dude, what?
Young gritty years.
Young gritty years. I thought you said younger years, and I'm like, what did I miss? Young gritty years. Yeah, exactly. He's got so many fans, so many kids looking him up to around the world. And if I was a parent of a child and I see my son's basketball role model, somebody looks up to, fucking flashing handguns on Instagram Live several times. One of the times where he's drunk as hell in a strip club.
Yes,
dude. No, bro.
Yeah, come on. That's a role model right there.
Damn.
So it's not even. That's a role model. It's a crazy thing to say. So it's the fact. It's what he did. Yes, is terrible. I think it's not what he did. It's the fact that he did it in the position he's in. As again, like I said, a role model to so many people, so many kids. Yeah. He's supposed to be a, I guess I want to try and find a different word other than role model. I can't think of one.
He's supposed to be a poster boy for the NBA.
He's supposed to be a poster boy for the NBA. He's supposed to be this guy that people can be like, oh, LeBron's never had any issues. He's supposed to be, not comparing him to LeBron, but he's supposed to be in that same category where you think of the NBA, you think of Ja Morant. But then you think of Ja Morant, now you think of this, obviously. I think 25 wasn't enough. I think I would have done 35 to 40. And so almost based entirely off of the fact that he had said he learned his lesson and he didn't. He turned around and he did it again. Again, you can do whatever you want to do behind closed doors. You can't do it for the entire world and everybody ever to see. Yeah. Again, in the position you're in, you just can't let that happen. And the fact that it happened twice after the NBA kind of gave him a pass the first time. I want to say they talked to him. They did what they needed to do. They worked out the kinks. Obviously, they got him back in. It was late in the season. They needed him, obviously. I think that attributed to the Grizzlies not having a good playoff run. Obviously, it didn't go anywhere. But I think 35-40. I'll just cap it at 40, I guess. It's a 2-time offense, and it's a serious issue that I think it was just. I'm not trying to hate on the guy. Obviously, I want to see him succeed. I want to see him play basketball. The NBA is better when he's out there, but it was stupid. I can't believe that's dumb to me.
Well, I think the weirdest thing about it was the fact that his PR team decided to go through for the notion that it was a toy gun that he flashed.
No, I know.
Just like take the accountability, but
yeah,
I don't know.
That a grown man's playing with a toy gun.
Well, and then they apparently they leaked footage of him using the same gun to light a candle and showing that it was a toy gun, like doubling down on it.
Even if it was a toy gun, it's like there's still the context and like how he used it.
I don't fucking care if there's a bullet. I don't care if it's real. I don't care if it's fake. I don't care if it's loaded. I don't care if the safety's on or off. The fact that you have a gun and you're waving it for millions of people to eventually see, it's just dumb to me. It's just stupid. I don't care what you do. I don't care. I like watching NBA players. As long as they're not terrible rapists, horrible human beings, I don't care. If you want to play with a gun, play with a gun. I don't give a fuck. But don't have the entire world. Don't
do it behind closed doors.
Don't do it behind closed doors. I don't care. Don't show the entire world and use it in that sense. I think it's so dumb. I can't believe he did it once, let alone twice. And people are blaming his friends for like, oh, if this wouldn't happen if his friends didn't record him. Yeah, but it wouldn't have happened if he was obviously doing it before, because he turns the camera for a split second and you can see it. Like obviously he was in the process. I just think it's so fucking dumb. And then like it was so funny to me because he gets out of the car. I don't know if you guys saw this video. I didn't see it circulating very much. I saw it on Twitter, but he gets out of the car and he starts like gritting on top of the car in like a fucking suburban neighborhood. I'm like, dog, get back in your fucking Range Rover, dog, with a red interior. Fuck out of here. Oh my god, it's just so annoying to me. Bro's on top of his car gritting. I don't know if he had a gun at that point, but gritting to a young boy in a fucking suburban neighborhood with like brick chimneys. I'm like, dog, get back in your fucking Range Rover, please. Oh my god, it's so dumb.
Bro's the first guy to try to make it out of the NBA.
Yeah, well, Miles Bridges is the first guy. I think Josh.
Oh, he could make a comeback. You never know.
I saw that actually.
Jesus Christ, 27 days.
Dude, that song's still good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I bumped that song. I do.
All right.
I have no shame either. I have no shame in bumping that.
I believe you. I've heard you. I believe you.
Bro's canceled.
That's right.
My fault.
It's now going to be a TM show.
Nah, I got
Tyler. Tyler.
It's out of the playlist now.
Tyler Mason's right. Out of the playlist. Nice. Out of my rotation. What do you guys think about Ja?
I don't know. He's
separated inside my city. Yeah.
All right, dude.
Sure is.
I don't know. I feel like definitely feel like he fucked up. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other things to talk about. I feel like we covered most of it, unless you guys have other stuff you want to bring up.
I think we've covered most of it for the most part. I can't really think of anything.
I'm sure I got a couple things in the tank. Ooh, something I want to touch on was LeBron completely pulling a 2018 Cavs and just completely changing his team over again. Or I guess
they're going to say something completely different. I was like, what the hell?
I think you're going to talk about him passing.
I thought you were going to say
him passing.
All-time score.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was dope. Definitely.
What do you think,
that up. I thought you were going to say him carrying his team through the finals. Like, I don't know if we watched the same playoffs, but because
no,
he wasn't bad, but he was not LeBron that we know.
I can't believe LeBron got swept again. I don't. Oh, I guess 2018. I can't believe that.
So it was like 2018.
Passing Kareem.
Although this roster flip like actually worked out in their favor.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Oh, that was a great roster.
They're set up really, really well for the future.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like rumor has it though that like D'Lo is still putting up shots after the game, like right now.
Yeah, as we're speaking, actually, D'Lo's
getting ready for He's getting ready for Game 17 against the Nuggets.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Game 32 against the Nuggets is actually tomorrow night.
Gosh.
I think. sucks. I like D'Lo, but he always gets down the same path. He goes to a team, he plays very well, and I was like, oh, he finally found his spot, and then something happens, and he's. I think if I'm the Lakers, though, I think let's talk about free agents a little bit. I don't know how much we've touched on. I guess a little bit, but I want to talk about Kyrie a lot. I do want to touch on that because I think if you're the Lakers, you go for Kyrie, and if you can't get Kyrie, you get D'Lo back. I do. I think he didn't play that well in free agency or in free agency. Sorry,
Lakers
in the playoffs.
should stay far away from Kyrie. In my
Yeah.
So I would.
No, I do
Because
too.
because Kyrie's like good, don't get me wrong, but like you won't be able to bring back Reeves or Vanderbilt or missing one of them.
Bring back Reeves to begin with. No way they pay him $100 million. If that's real, then definitely not. Don't pay Reeves $100 million.
I better not be real.
I'm bringing back Reeves.
$100 million.
Depending on the years, I would do it. Just like what else do you have to lose? Type beat. Vanderbilt, you need to keep him.
Like Vanderbilt.
Dude, who am I missing? Oh, you can let maybe Beasley walk. He didn't do shit.
I like him. I think he's a good player. I wouldn't pay him a ton of money. I think if he gets money from somewhere else, you let him go get that. But
Rui's got to stay.
Rui's got to stay. Rui has to stay.
That's like what I'm saying though. Like I would rather have those 3 quality players.
Yeah.
Than dude, sure. Kyrie's a beast. Like I'm not saying like don't get Kyrie because he sucks or like
it's kind of a situation though.
Or like he's like a off the court like drama. Like I don't really care about any of that.
No, I don't either.
Like I just think it's more so just like setting up your team. Like you got 2 superstars and like Anthony Davis and LeBron, and like if you build around them, like I think you'll be all right. I think they already won a chip before together, so I mean, we'll see. I think Kyrie's gonna stay a Maverick, in my opinion. Like
I think he should. I think that's the best move.
I honestly don't think there's gonna be a lot of like people that are like gonna go after Kyrie this offseason.
No, I don't see that.
Like I saw a thing that the Rockets might want him, which would be kind of sick. Like,
I saw that too.
Like as a Rockets fan, that's dope.
I would take that.
I don't know. Like that doesn't make sense for either side. It's sick though. But
I think that's just smoke. I don't see that happening.
But yeah, I think he's gonna be back with the Mavericks. I mean, I don't think that's like a championship team, but I think it's like good for Kyrie to kind of like stay in one place for a little bit.
I think that's a championship team.
I don't think so.
No.
Wait, you think Dallas is a championship team?
I do. I think the duo of maybe not right now. I think they got it. I think
they got to get
Kyrie.
They got to get some other players in there, dude.
No, I know. I think they do. I would try to. I think Tim Hardaway's cooked. I would try to get him off the team. I do. That's by the way. Speaking of him, Tim Hardaway, didn't think we were gonna talk about him at all, but he's the Clipper killer, dude. I've seen more than enough Tim Hardaway Jr.
Bro is cooked.
So buddy's cooked.
He really is. I genuinely think the Mavericks are a very good team. I think they have a foundation to be a very good team. I still am a little skeptical of Jason Kidd. I don't
like Jason Kidd.
But I think at this point, first of all, I'm going to be honest. I think they traded too much to get Kyrie, especially if they let him walk. At this point, you're this far into it. You can't just be like, oh, never mind, because you got rid of Din. I think they had a good team. Obviously, they were 4th in the West when they got Kyrie. Yeah, they had a good team. They went to the Western Conference Finals before. Dinwiddie was a great pickup.
Dinwiddie did he?
Spencer Dinwiddie. But I just can't believe they got rid of him, Dorian Finney-Smith. I think it was just those 2. Yeah, I think it was just those 2. And then some picks, obviously. I think probably first.
It was like a 29 pick, and then like
picks weren't too crazy, I don't think. But the
like top 4 protect. They traded like an 8th grader, basically. I don't know.
Essentially, I think that was the meme that was going around. Actually, yeah. But I just think you're this far into it. You can't just be like, never mind. I got 35 games of Kyrie Irving. That's all I needed.
Pissed, bro.
Luka's gonna be fucking mad.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, I think the Mavericks have LeBron, AD. I think the Mavericks I would say they have a top 5 duo. I think Kyrie and Luka is fucking insane to me. That's so good. I think you build a team. I don't know how old Kyrie is now. I think he's probably like 33. But you build a team around those 2. Is that wrong? Is that not? Is he not 33?
He's probably like 30.
Yeah, hold on. Kyrie Irving.
Age check.
31. Kyrie's 31.
Yeah.
But Luka's still like 24. You can absolutely build a championship team around there. You got probably another 4 years of good Kyrie Irving.
The fact Luka's only 24 is wild.
Crazy, right? I don't know if that's true, but I know he's around that. I'm not gonna. I won't fact check.
Pretty young.
He's got to be around there. I know.
3 years older than us. Think about that. It's crazy.
Speak for yourself. 4 years older than me. Shout out to my 20-year-olds out there. By the way. No,
The
but
hell?
I just you can't get rid of all that and let
Bro's trying
Kyrie
to riz
walk.
up our viewers.
Just
the 20
I don't
year
think there's a lady audience there just yet, guys.
just
all right?
just the 20. I mean, when
Bro,
you
my
said lady,
mom
then fellas.
watches.
No fucking
Wait. Oh. No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing.
No
That's it,
fucking
dude.
way.
This is canceled.
I'm
We're
playing.
canceled
I'm
off.
playing.
No, you can't trade that much depth and then be like, oh yeah, like I said, never mind, we're good. We're gonna let Kyrie go. And I think he understands that him and Luka would be such a talented duo. I think it's them or the Lakers, in my opinion. I don't see any other team being like, oh, I want Kyrie. I don't see a random team just coming out of nowhere at this point.
Miami, maybe.
Miami, maybe, but
That'd
even
be
then,
dope.
I don't. That would be really cool, actually. If they are interested, maybe if you're Kyrie, you consider that. But I think the Mavericks makes the most sense. I think Lakers would be dumb, like you said, for solely based off the fact that they would lose it. It's a Sun situation. And Kyrie, I think Beal has his injuries, but they're not. I think they're getting kind of blown out of proportion. I don't think his injuries are that big of a deal. Something you need to really worry about that much.
No.
But I just at this point you can't just let Kyrie walk. And like you said, Mason, I think the fact that so many people hate on him is kind of dumb. I think I don't know if people are comparing it to Ja. It's not like that at all. It's people don't.
Kyrie lost his Nikes.
That was crazy.
Nike thing.
Yeah.
Bummer's got a new shoe though.
I forgot about I'm gonna be honest. I forgot about Kyrie's Jewish thing. Totally went over my head. Totally fucking forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a little wild to be honest.
That was kind of crazy. Maybe they should be mad at Kyrie, but no, I don't know. I don't let Kyrie go on the Mavericks. I think all the Lakers stuff is kind of smoke and mirrors. I don't know. The Rockets stuff definitely is, but
dude, besides Harden and like Kyrie, it's kind of like a weak free agency class.
I think Van Fleet's probably the next top one, I would say.
Lopez.
What's that?
Brooke Lopez is my third.
He's a free agent. Oh, he is a free agent. Someone said he should go to I think that's not what they said. Somewhere.
The Rockets should hopefully stand far away from Van Fleet. Don't want him.
Yeah. Someone said the Suns, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
That would be horrible for the Suns. I'm not saying Van Fleet's like bad or anything, but
they don't need that.
But I feel like he's gonna want a bag and like, dude, I don't know. I like Van Fleet, but like I don't know if I'm giving him the bag at like 30.
I know I'm not giving Fred Van. He's 30. I'm not giving Fred Van.
Yeah, he was an old.
I remember him in college. That's kind of crazy.
Older guy, but yeah, I don't know. We'll do a free agency prediction podcast.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I was looking through
down for that
right now. What is there? I think that's. We could talk about the Bulls, but that's not really interesting. They just need to blow it up.
Talk about the Bulls.
Well, just because they have such they're probably gonna blow it up, and I don't think they should.
I think they should when they have no direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus with Lonzo and everything.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I feel bad for him, but
I was thinking about DeMar and Levine.
What you rocking ZO2s,
dude? I feel so bad for him, bro. That's gotta be the worst because he doesn't even.
Yeah.
He doesn't know, or the doctors don't even know like what's going on with his knee.
Done.
I think they linked it to the ZO2s.
No,
from the baller brand. Yeah.
Is that real?
No, that was I read that somewhere.
Dude, there's no way that's real. Buddy read that on the chat.
Bro read that from Ballsack Sports.
Buddy read that from the
Onion. Probably,
no, they did not.
You read that from Butt Crack Sports, bro.
Dude, I probably did, honestly. But...
They get me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. They really do get me sometimes. They're good.
But no, in all seriousness, that's so fucked that he hasn't. I don't know. I feel like I'd be panicked every day not knowing what's wrong with my knee.
I know I
like
would.
that.
It's fucked up.
See, the Bulls were a good topic, guys. I told you. They called me crazy.
It helps you sleep at night, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't do it.
That was a Lonzo topic, man. He's technically not even on the Bulls. He's injured.
Yeah, he's still there.
Definitely not how that works.
Yeah, I know.
He's injured, dude. He's not on the team anymore.
That's so funny, bro. Kawhi's a part-time player.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, he really is. I'm sorry. I have to flame you a little bit, Tyler. I did.
Oh no.
Damn.
You saying about the Clippers beating the Suns this year? There's just no way. Like with Kawhi there, I don't know. I still don't know.
Are you
There's no way.
being serious?
I'm being
Let's go.
genuinely
My brother in
serious.
Christ.
TMS debate.
My
Let's
brother
go.
in Christ. If we don't even need Paul George in that series. If we have Kawhi, a healthy Kawhi, you saw game one. We literally lost by a combined total of like 7 points the other games, except for last game even we ended up coming back. We were up by like 5 combined. Like maybe with all the games we've lost by probably a total of 9. If we have a healthy Kawhi, we're winning that series. The Suns were not that good this year.
They were good this year. They beat
Nope.
the champs twice, and everyone else combined had one win against them.
They were not.
And the other win was the T-Wolves. or no, the other, and then the Heat too. But
the Suns' problem is they just need a bench. They really do. They had their top 4 guys and then just nothing after that. And I don't want to see them succeed ever. But if they want to succeed, that's the way to do it. Is go out, get you a bench. I think that's the moral of this podcast is that if you want to be a good team, you need a good bench. And you
Bro's caressing his mic. All right. Well,
I am
I
think when I was screaming, I got beard hair in my mic.
I think that unless anyone has anything to say, I think that wraps up the TMS comeback.
Nice podcast.
Oh, yo, we're back.
Dude,
we're freaking back, guys.
Until we go on
Third time's the charm.
TMS Craft coming soon, by the way. TMS Craft
until we go on a 2-year hiatus. GG's to GG. Just kidding. It won't happen again.
Craft.
It won't happen again.
Fortnite videos.
Yeah, you can record that on your own.
Escape room. Yeah, I'm not playing no battle royale bullshit. But
I'm level 7 in the battle pass. I just got an 11 kill solo dub last night. I'm coming for Optimus Prime.
He's a liar. But
I'm being
so playing against bots.
I kind of was.
We appreciate you guys listening or watching. If you're on the YouTube, make sure to drop a sub. If you're audio, appreciate you listening over there, but make sure you go drop a sub though on the YouTube. TMS Takes, we'll be posting IRL videos hopefully, and like some gaming stuff or whatever. We'll see. Nothing, no promises yet, but we'll see. But
I'll promise it. We'll do it.
The gaming stuff, IRL is a little more complicated, but we'll see. We'll see.
Figure that out.
Yeah,
we'll figure that out.
But yeah, we'll see you guys probably in a week. Probably do like once a week type thing. We'll see. Not really have a schedule, but we'll just play it by ear. So yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for rocking with us. Welcome back, everybody.